Hello again YouTube, it's John here from Less Pests and just wanted to show you guys what a recent purchase. It's the ATN X Sight 4K Pro in the 5-20 magnification model, and so I decided to go ahead and get this scope, taking a chance to see what it turns out like. My Nite Site Wolf unit that I've been using has started to give bother that it doesn't power on every time, so I thought it was time for an upgrade, and I'm going to try a fully digital scope. So this scope should do day and night time video, and I'll be able to drop on to YouTube some of the things that I record from this. So hopefully it's good for me, and hopefully it's good for you guys, that you can see more of the hunting action that I get up to. So let's jump on inside and see. So a nice white box, and you can see all the usual buzzwords and features on the side. So inside the box then we have, most importantly, the scope. So it's inside a neoprene cover, and what I've seen now is this cover is extremely tight, so you're going to really have to prise it out, try not to scrape the scope on the zip. So there's quite a weight to the scope, it feels quite solid, and you'll notice on the scope there's numbers here to show you how to get started. So if we were to follow the numbers, you can see here we've got number 1, turn on, and then number 2 is back at the back here. You've got a diopter adjustment for your eyesight, so you can see here it says number 2, focus until reticle is clear and sharp. So that's important, because if you don't do that, the screen, you won't be able to see the reticle very well, and the screen will look a bit curved at the sides if you don't adjust that to where you need it. Number 3 is at the end here. You have to turn this to adjust the focus depending on the distance that you're zooming, and that's really stiff, so I'm hoping that actually loosens up, because that's quite stiff at the moment. And then you can see on the side here, number 4, turn for zoom, and it says not battery compartment. The batteries aren't actually removable in this device, so you can see here turning it anti-clockwise will reduce the zoom, and turning it clockwise will increase the zoom. Number 5 then is over here, so you can see it tells you to update the firmware next. You need an SD card, and you go to the firmware section of the ATN website and save that onto your SD card and put that on your scope. So you can see in here, it does tell you in the manual that you must charge the battery, so you have to charge the battery for 6 hours before first use, and you can see there's a USB-C port there which will let you charge it up. And you can see right beside that then you've got an SD card slot. So what I find is this is quite loose, and I think the reason being there's a little ridge along the back there, which is to try and keep the SD card in. But what I find is if you push here, you can end up, if you press it there, you'll see that's popped the SD card out of its slot. So you just need to watch and not press too hard. So I'll just push the SD card back in and just evenly push the cover back on. So number 6 then is, where did I see number 6? Is underneath, and just says here unit contains non-removable rechargeable lithium batteries charged through the USB port, and you can see they're made in China, so it is obviously a US product. And what I actually done, I'm based in the UK, and because I got extremely tired waiting on ATN releasing the X Sight, I decided to take the brave or stupid step of ordering it from America. So I've actually imported this in through the UK customs, so I had to pay about another £30 sterling in terms of VAT and handling charges for coming through customs. So you can see here we've got the instruction manual, straightforward enough, and we'll have to read that at some point. Now we've got a viewfinder cleaning cloth, so you can clean the lens at the front and back. There's a little So this looks like a sun shield. So that would go on the front there, and then your eye relief cup. And that's threaded at one end, so that'll screw in to the end here. There we go. And that should give you an idea of where your eye should be, really, to get the proper view through the viewfinder. So let's have a look in the next compartment. So in the next wee section we have the mounts. I'm not sure, it's a standard 30mm tube on the scope, so hopefully I can use my existing rings, but I have a funny feeling that they're going to be too close to the rifle and that I'll have to get a different set of rings. So you can see here there's an offset ring which lets you mount it further back, and I think these are designed for a Picatinny reel. So as well as the offset one, we have a standard high mount on, again Picatinny reel mount, and you've got mounting for your IR or your other illuminators on the side. And then we have another standard straight mount then, again 30mm rings. So all pretty good quality there on the mounts. So the last thing we have then is the illuminator. So this is an IR illuminator, so you use this one at night then obviously. Obviously you're free to upgrade the illuminator if you want. If you want to spend a bit more money, you can go and buy something a bit more powerful or so on. So I'll try this one first and see how I get on with that before I go spending any more money. So I think you can twist the end here to turn it on and off, and you have a couple of different settings there, strong beam and the weaker beam. You can see that off and then on. And there's two little Allen keys in that bag. So we'll have to really get my head around here, but I've never had a digital scope before, so it's going to be a wee bit of a learning curve, I'm sure, before I get fully up and running. But hopefully it turns out to be a positive experience, and I'm hoping depending on ATN for that. And obviously they'll be able to support me through their web chat and so on if I need, if I have any questions really, I suppose. Because I bought the scope in America, I've been told that any warranty issues will have to be dealt with through the US office, so I would have to actually send this back to America if I wanted any warranty work done. But since it's not released in the UK yet, I thought it was just time to go for it. So guys, I will come back to you with some video footage taken through the ATN X Sight, and let's hope we enjoy it. So thanks for watching, and any questions just pop them down in the comments below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you.